Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode number 94 of NasCard Radio. I'm your pal Val. With me is the amazing Jason. Jason,
You
how are
didn't
you?
ask me this week. You
How,
you
how
threw
are
me
you,
off.
Jason? Welcome back.
I am doing well. Thank you for asking.
And then the man, the myth, the legend, PSA Hall of Famer, King NASCAR Logan. How are you?
I'm drafting.
You're
I'm
drafting.
doing all right.
Okay, good. Again, this is NASCAR Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Panini America. Have a great show for everybody today. We're going to do racing recap of the Xfinity race, Cup race. There was a little F1 that race that was going on. We're going to talk about 2003 eTopps before Tops Now, ePack, Panini Instant. There was eTopps. So if you're not familiar, they made NASCAR. And then, of course, the cornerstone of the podcast, King's Court. So, well, let's get to it, gentlemen. The Camping World Truck Series was off. The next race is Dover Motor Speedway, and that is Saturday, April 30th. And that is the A Game 200. The stages for Dover International Speedway is going to be lap 45, 90, and 200.
Okay, I want to correct you real quick. I hate to do this,
Go
but
ahead.
it's now Dover Motor Speedway.
What I say? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. So, yes. Okay. Well, I have for the stages. I have it down as Dover International Speedway,
Yeah,
but
I
on the
know.
other one, I
So
have
my bad.
So it's in Dover
Yeah,
Speedway. If it's motor or international, I guess Anyway,
you realize that even though the trucks were off, Haley Diggins still finished 28th.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I got Archer on my brain from last week, but the Xfinity series, they were racing at, well, it was race number 10, and it was the 53rd annual Geico 500 Cup Series. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Hold on. Okay, I was totally off. Let me do this again. So, truck race number 7. It's going to be at Darlington Raceway, and that's Dead on Tools 200, but that's not till May 6th, so forget about it. We've got another week on that, So I thought trucks were racing. Trucks not racing. They're going to. They're not racing until Darlington. So, but anyway, Xfinity race, they're racing in Dover. But before I get to that, that was race number 9 at Talladega Super Speedway, and that was the 31st annual AG Pro 300. That was Saturday, April 23rd. Noah Greskin was our winner, and our highest finishing record was Kyle Sieg, which that was a very interesting race because it had a few different restarts, and I thought for sure Austin Hill was going to win that, but he was going for $100,000, and Sam Mayer was up there, and all of a sudden I saw they were all both gone. He got taken out. Usually when you're in the front, Logan, you're in good shape, but I
But
guess as
not
long
at
as somebody's
Talladega
next.
these days. Everybody is. It's the Wild West, man. They're all jockeying for position, trying to get to the finish line first, and they don't care. When it's the last lap, they don't care who they're going to take out. They can take out their own grandmother. They don't care.
Well, I mean, it wasn't done on purpose, right? So it just
Sure,
everybody's trying to push, and uh, it, if you just don't line up right, pushing on the straightaway. If you watch the Cup race, the really experienced guys they'll push on during the straightaways, but back off in the turns because just the slightest little bit will spin you out. So, but it was great to see Noah Greskin in the winner circle there. We've talked about his cards before. His rookie year is in 2017, his first NASCARs. He's in the 2017 Dunruss. He's only has Signature Series in those, and there's an unnumbered version of Signature Series, numbered to 25, and the 101. In 2017, Panini Absolute, he has a base card number 88. A few different parallels of that with silver to 299, blue to 199, red to 99, gold to 25, and then there's the 4 printing plates, 101s with black, cayenne, magenta, and yellow. Panini Select, he has signatures with an unnumbered autograph version, numbered to 50, the blue prisms, red prisms to 25, gold prisms to 10, and checkered flag, which is the 101. And then Panini Torque trackside signatures with an unnumbered autograph, a blue number to 75, red to 49, green to 25, and checkerboard to 10. And those are the 2017 different Panini offerings. So Panini Absolute has his only real, I guess, base card if you want to go with that.
Yeah, you're talking about the Xfinity race. I hated to see Ty freaking Gibbs get crashed out, but he hit the wall pretty hard. He got spun and he got into a crash. And then freaking Sam Mayer and Austin Hill got together with 4 laps to go and caused the caution, which ended up being 3 overtimes. But I hated to see that too. I thought maybe Sam Mayer could pass Austin Hill, but
Well, Austin Hill led like 65 laps.
yeah, he was pretty stout. And we've been talking about him a lot this year, and I keep saying he's going to win more races, and he almost did, but it's Talladega, man. That's what happens.
Yeah, anything can happen with that. So, and then Kyle Sig, he does not have any cards, to my knowledge. Highest finishing rookie. So next race number 10, that's Dover Motor Speedway, and that's the A Game 200, and that's Saturday, April 30th at 1:30. And the stages again are 45, lap 45, 90, and 200. Qualifying is on Friday. Practice on Friday. Moving over to the Cup Series, that was race number 10. And that was the 53rd annual Geico 500. And that was Sunday, April 24th at Talladega Super Speedway. Our winner was Ross Chastain, and our highest finishing rookie was Austin Cindric at position 21.
Yeah, Austin Cindric, he got, I think he was in a wreck at one point, and he recovered. But he's having a pretty good year, winning the Daytona 500 and everything. So, I'm proud of him.
Yeah, it was that whole Trackhouse group, and if you would have, if you would have said that Ross Chastain would have had 2 wins already this year, I would have taken that bet. Like, no way.
Yeah,
But
me too. He, of course, he busted some watermelons, or a watermelon, I guess. He got on top of his car and busted another watermelon. So I guess from now on, they're going to have to keep watermelons ready just in case Ross Chastain pulls another one off, because I don't think he thought he was going to win. I thought for sure that Kyle Larson was going to slingshot around Eric Jones and win. I really wanted the 43 to win, just because I wanted to see the King in victory lane.
yeah, that was interesting. On the restart, Kyle Larson looked like he was going to win that, but right there in that last corner, everybody's drafting, had the 2 lines, and then I don't know if it was Kurt Busch that kind of started that, where he kind of broke that up, and Ross Chastain was on the bottom. He mentioned it that he always would go high or whatever, but he stayed on the bottom, which is the shortest distance around the track.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle Larson and Eric Jones are all going high or whatever, and pulling momentum or whatever it was, and Ross Chastain got the win.
Yeah, he stayed low, and then of course you had Kyle Larson. I couldn't think there for a second. Yeah, Kyle Larson hit Kurt Busch, and then Kurt Busch went over and hit Bubba, knocked Bubba head on into the wall, and that was a pretty hard lick for Bubba, because once he stopped and got out of the car, man, he was all stooped over and had his hands on his knees and everything. He was not good. He even said, I heard some in-car radio on that. He said that's like the hardest hit he's ever had driving a race car.
Wasn't kind of the same thing, but it was where it kind of reminded me of Earnhardt Senior's crash, where he kind of got turned straight up into the outer wall, but with safer barriers and other stuff now. But it was a pretty massive hit. So
Yeah, but again, I'm proud for Chastain. I'm proud of Trackhouse. I'm expecting Suarez to win a race this year. I think he'll be. I'm going to say it now. I think Suarez will probably be our next first time winner. I mean, I know some people are thinking Tyler Reddick, but I'm thinking it's going to be Daniel Suarez because he's led a lot of laps this year. He's been out front a lot, and crazy things have happened. If he can put together a whole race, if his team can put all that together, I think for sure he can win this year because I mean Ross Chastain's already won 2, and I'm sure those cars are very similar.
yeah, I mean it's the car, the driver, the pit crew. Everything has to go right, and the crew chief has to make the right call. But yeah, he's got a pretty good shot. So Ross Chastain rookies, we've talked about him before with his first NASCARs in 2012 Press Pass Fanfare, card number 66. There's a blue foil die cut. There's a hollow foil die cut. There's a silver to 25, sapphire to 20, and diamond to 5. There are fanfare magnificent materials. There's a silver gold, and there's dual memorabilia and dual melding, and fanfare autographs with silver to 299, gold to 99, red to 75, and blue to 25. He doesn't have any cards until 2017 Donruss, card number 76. And then you have the parallels in Donruss with the gold to 499, blue to 299, green to 199, press proof gold to 99, and press proof silver to 49, artist proof 25, and the printing plates, one of ones. Also in 2017, Panini Select with a base card there, card number 81 with the different parallels, and Panini Absolute Tools of the Trade signatures. There's a few different parallels of those. So those are Ross Chastain's earlier first NASCARs.
Yeah, I love the 2012 fanfare. It's too bad we can't
Yeah.
find it anywhere now.
I know. Actually, I think I got some boxes over there, little blasters. Still got to open them.
I can sum it up in one word for you. You never know.
You never know. Yep. Austin Cindric. We've talked about him quite a bit. And we've got some show and tell here. So 2018 Donruss. My thing so I can see. There is the Phenoms. For those on YouTube have access to the video. So that's the cracked ice in 2018. 2018 certified with your base. I have one of the orange parallels here that are numbered. I think they're numbered at 249, I believe. There you go. Yep. 2018 Victory Lane. It's like the silver version and a gold version, numbered to 99.
Nice. I like that one.
And then in Prism, he only has signatures. And I've got a red and a green. So here's the green. And that's out of 75. And then the red. And
Just curious, are those sticker autographs on those two?
25. No.
Okay.
They
didn't look
in
like
2018,
it.
in 2018 they They're hand signed. So that one's number actually. That's out of 25. So those are Austin Cendricks. 2018 certified with the base. You're certified. Your mirror parallels as well. 18 scripted signatures. Victory lane signatures as well. So those are numbered to 199 or 101. So. The next race 11 at Dover Motor Speedway. That's the Duramax Dryden 400, Sunday, May 1st at 3 p.m. Stages are lap 120, 250, and 400. Practice qualifying is Saturday.
Yeah, I think I read that Kyle Larson is the favorite for this race.
For Dover.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I've had some trivia in here. And the tracks has hosted at least one NASCAR Cup Series race each year since 1969, including 2 per year from 1971 to 2020. In addition, actually, that track has hosted USAC and Indy Racing League as well. Features an oval, 1 mile, concrete oval with 24-degree banking in the turns, 9-degree bankings on the straights. And the speedway is owned and operated by Speedway Motorsports. Most wins 11, and
Yeah, we all know who that is.
you want to guess? You want me to tell you?
I already know. It's like, yeah.
Your favorite driver?
I
He's getting to be anyway. Jimmy Johnson.
like him in IndyCar.
So our youngest winner at 22 years, 10 months, and 8 days is?
Our youngest driver,
Yep.
Chase Elliott.
Very good. Oldest winning at 52 years, 4 months, and 21 days.
That had to be in 1991.
Probably.
It had to be Harry Gant.
Very good. Yes.
That was probably, I think, in September of 91.
Most top 5s, 24, Mark Martin. Most top 10s, 33, Mark Martin. So, moving over to the IndyCar Series. They were off last week, but they are racing this weekend, Sunday, May 1st at 1 p.m. That is at Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama, and that's a road course.
Oh, one more thing about Dover.
Yes.
You know, these races at Dover used to be 500 laps, 500 miles, right? Man, the people these days with their short attention spans, it seems like you couldn't have watched that race, and that's why it's now 400, because it just took forever to run that race. And I think they did that like in 1997. They changed it from 500 to 400 miles because it took like 4 hours. It was like, oh my god! And even back then, I'm like, oh come on, just let it end.
Put me out of my misery.
Yeah, because I don't. The older I've gotten, the smaller attention span I've got. So now I kind of like the Formula One format where they have a certain amount of time or a certain amount of laps, and then they're done. I mean, within a couple hours. And it's like, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's getting done one way or the other, right?
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of F1, we had the 2022 Rolex Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. That was Sunday, April 24th. In Italy, That was 63 laps. Max Verstappen was our winner.
He led every lap, I believe.
He led 63 laps. Very good. Yep.
Yeah,
I think Logan's F1 winner predictor formula is pretty good. Winner of
yeah,
the first leader of the first lap is high probability of just winning the race.
yeah. You have to be on. You have to be on the front row, then jump out, lead the first lap, and then if you do that, you're going to win. I
Well, it's
know
good
it.
to
I know
see.
it's rocket science, but still.
Well, our first one and two uh, was the Red Bull racing team. So either they're not finishing the race, or they're finished 1 and 2. So
Yeah, that was a heck of a race though back in the field. But who was it? Was it Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari got spun out on lap one? That was not good. The
yeah,
Ferrari, because I
Ferrari.
mean
Yeah,
you're in Ferrari's home country, and they panned the crowd, and there were people like, oh my god, and they were like, no, no, so you had all kinds of reactions, but there were a lot of Ferrari fans there, and man, they were very disappointed. I was kind of disappointed to see that.
same. I
And
mean, Charles has been in charge here. He's got the 2 wins. He's leading points, and you're wanting him to do well. Like I said, they're in Ferrari's backyard. You were hoping at least a high finish for Ferrari, and to have them suffer the both losing both cars basically, or Charles Leclerc coming back and finishing sixth.
yeah, well,
He salvaged some points at least. So
yeah, I don't know what he was doing, man. He hit those berms or those turtles or whatever you want to call them, and man, that car got completely airborne, and he just could not control it, spun out. But lucky for him that he pancaked the wall like parallel to the wall pretty much. So it really didn't do a lot of damage to his car. I think he had some front wing damage. So, but he rallied back. I think at that point he was down to like ninth or 10th, and he came back to sixth. So again, the Ferrari fans were like freaking out. It was they kept showing the crowd, and people were just And I can't blame them. I mean, of all the places, uh, you're expecting Ferrari to do well there, and they've done well all year, and then of course they go there and man, they just didn't do well at all.
yeah, Max Verstappen cars. I think we talked about him the other week when he won. But recapping, he's got a 2016 Topps Trumps Grand Prix Heroes card, as well as a 2018 Topps Trumps. But most of the folks, or I guess you would say his, I don't know, his true rookie card or whatever, if you want to do pack release and stuff like that, is the 2020 Topps. He has about 435 2020 Topps cards with the Topps Now card number 23, and that's got a print run of 4,047. And then he's in the 2020 Topps Chrome. I think I said, there's like 15 of those. There's a image variation with him sitting with his helmet. Those are limited, and that's a variation of card number 6. And then you have all the different parallels of those 15 cards in Chrome, Formula One, as well as Sapphire. There's a few insert sets in the 2020 Topps Chrome with the World on Wheels, and there's a few different parallels of that. And then there's also the track tags in 2020 Chrome. There's also the official stickers of Topps F1 from Topps. Is about looks like about 12 different stickers in 2020, as well as the Turbo Attacks Formula One cards. And then there's also Dynasty autographs and memorabilia in that. So lots of 2020 Topps Max Verstappen cards, rookie cards to chase.
Yeah, he's having a weird year. I mean, it's like what you were saying while we were talking before the show. It's either he wins or he doesn't finish.
Yeah. So and with all of that, with the 4 races, he's 27 points behind Charles Leclerc. Sergio Perez is 32 points. George Russell 37 points. So those are the top, uh, I guess, top 4 that are, and in points. So it's still way early. I think we're looking at 23 races this year. So we still got 19 races to go.
Yeah, didn't you hear that somebody said, or you heard somewhere, that they already thought that Lewis Hamilton was out of the championship fight?
Yeah, I think they had mentioned that on the broadcast. I think it was at the end that because out of the top 10, Kevin Magnussen is at 10. Hamilton's at 7. He's minus 58 points. So I don't know why they would say that at 58
I
points,
don't
but I
either.
guess, but I don't know. Again, the winner looks like he got 34 points. Perez got 24. Norris got 19. So I guess Leclerc and Verstappen and Perez and the rest of them will have to all do poorly, and he'd have to do very well to make that deficit up. So, but we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot of races left, so I don't know why they said that. Maybe I
Yeah,
misheard it, but he did
I
get
don't
lapped, and that was
believe
like the
that.
first time in a long time that he's gotten lapped.
Yeah, that was, to me, one of the big highlights of the race is when uh, Verstappen went around Lewis Hamilton and lapped him on the track. I thought Mercedes was coming along and getting their car a lot better, but man, that race proved me wrong.
And maybe that's what they're talking about until Mercedes shows that they can dominate, and maybe that's it. So,
Yeah,
next race is in Miami. It is in 2 weeks, so that's going to be pretty awesome. The Miami International Autodome. That is a planned, purpose-built temporary circuit around the Hard Rock Stadium and its private facilities in the Miami suburb of Miami Gardens, Florida.
that's going to be a heck of a race.
Yeah, Sunday, May 8th at 2:30 p.m.
Wow, that's going to be that's. I wish I could go.
Yeah, I've been seeing some chatter on that about going. That would be really cool. So you either have Miami or Texas. So
Yeah, one more thing about the Formula One race this past weekend. In doing show prep today, I went to the Formula One YouTube channel where they show highlights of the race, right? One highlight that they omitted, and I don't know if it was by design or if they just forgot to do it, was Max Verstappen lapping Lewis Hamilton. That was not in the highlights. So I don't know what to think about that. I don't know if it, like I said, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but whatever, to me, that's a big fail. I mean, if you're going to show, the good stuff, you need to show the bad stuff, all the bad stuff. And, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the fact that Verstappen got lapped. I mean, Verstappen lapped Lewis Hamilton, but it's just a fact of what happened in the race, and they need to show that. And I watched it twice because I thought at first I had missed it because I wanted to record to mark that down and put it in my show notes, right? And I think it was lap 41, by the way, but they didn't. It wasn't in there. Like I said, went and looked at it twice, and it was not there. So Yeah.
All right, so they're off, but we do have IndyCar and as well as the NASCAR. So next our subject. Unless you guys have anything else, we'll move over to our next subject. I'll do the share there so you can see. 2003 eTopps. For those that are not familiar, eTopps was what's the right word? They offered cards with once a week, different sports, and I guess there was a predetermined amount, or how did they? Do you remember, Logan?
I think it was a predetermined amount, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I
They
think you're right.
had a certain print run, and of course, you had to get in there at the right time to purchase those cards. Because I remember trying to get LeBron James at one point, and by the time I had got to the website, he was already sold out.
Well, and I don't know if we'll get into this or not, but do you remember being able to buy and sell them on the pit?
I remember being able to buy, sell, and trade those cards. I never did it because I bought them just because of the NASCAR. And then, of course, I bought a few odds and ends for my son, like Peyton Manning and some other ones.
Right.
But for me, it was just a matter of getting all the cards.
Yeah, I don't even know if the pit is still around, but it was almost like a stock X before that became popular. But it was almost one of those things where nobody understood it either. It didn't catch on like it should have, in my opinion. But
yeah, because the pit was basically prices would fluctuate,
right.
and it's kind of, to your point, kind of like those now. But this was all what 2000, late 90s, to the 2000, and it kind of shut down here. I guess it was about 4 years ago. I guess we'll talk about a little more about eTopps, and I think it was maybe ahead of its time, but it had some issues as well. And one of the things that kind of turned me off was the shipping.
Right.
And I think
that was exorbitant to get your cards. If you wanted the physical copies, uh, it was ungodly how much it cost to get those cards shipped to you. That's where they were making their money. They were using shipping as a profit center on these cards, and I've never liked anybody that's done that.
so. This is on the website, and this is dated February of 2018, and they're offering discounts on shipping fees from back then, from like the in this range here in February. But request delivery on 1 to 100 specific items and receive 30% off. But it's $6.75 for the first card, and that is by normal U.S. Postal Service plus
Yeah, normal
30%.
first class.
Yeah, first that's 30% for each, plus 30% for each additional card. Almost $13, $12.75 if you wanted UPS ground, and then $25 or $24.75 for UPS overnight, and then you get a 30% discount each additional card. That's between 1 to 140. If you do 150, it's still $6.75 for the first card and 40% off. So only 30, 40, and then 50% off if you send 500 items. So if your first one's $3.75, your next one's 50% of that. That's like $3.35 a card. And so
Yeah,
for
and even
two cards, you're looking at almost at $10 for two cards.
yeah, roundabout, because 30%, $6.75, almost $2. So yeah, $8.75 to $9 for two.
So I
And
think
then it just
that's
keeps
kind
going.
of
There wasn't a cap.
right. And I think that was probably, either a deterrent for people taking physical ownership, and you can, I guess, leave it. And I know because I still see there's somebody on Twitter still waiting for them to finally say, okay, we're gonna bulk ship them and give you a good deal on shipping. So
Well, and we're talking about eTopps and not specifically, the NASCAR set, but
right, and that's right. It's just not NASCAR. It's all of eTopps for that. Yes.
right. But they also had those weird holders because they weren't top loaders, they weren't one touches, they were kind of in between, and it was a weird size. But then if you took them out because they were sealed with a sticker, the eTop sticker, but then if you took them out, then it was that whole refractor thing. Do you peel or not peel? And
Oh,
is
does
it
it have
worth less or is it not?
Did it actually have a
They
cover
all
on it?
came in, not a cover, but they all came in a holder that was sealed with an eTop sticker, like the way that you
Yeah.
would get a redemption now. But then the holder didn't match anything that you could buy on a secondary market.
Yeah, and those things were
It
hard to
was like
crack
their own
too.
custom thing. So then if you stuck it in the box with your other stuff, and they
Yeah, so
stuck out like a sore thumb because they were an odd size. So
yeah, it looks like they got the two ridges there at the bottom that it would fit in, and then it would snap tight up on top, and then they
they
use that.
locked. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had their seal. Now I've seen some over the years where they've lost that seal, where it's come loose, and then they did have I guess that hologram sticker on the back of the card. Here I'm showing a Jeff Gordon as an example here, because you still see them out there on eBay. There's a Richard Petty.
Yeah, and Logan is showing the
Okay,
back hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let me remove that.
Yeah, back in 2018 when they had that special deal, that's when I cashed out. And my shipping was several $100s to get my stuff. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
How many do you think you had?
I don't remember because I got everything because I had the Peyton Mannings. There's some because every week what I would do is of course I get my NASCAR. Then I'd ask my son, hey, are there any of these cards worth getting or any of these cards you want to get? And I would buy some for him too. So I had a mix of some basketball and some football for him as well. And we got all that. So he's got all those cards right now.
But reviewing the checklist, I think it's numbered to 33, but there's only 27. I don't understand why there's a number break on some of them. Like there's no card number 9. But we'll go through the checklist. As a Tony Stewart, basically there's 3,194 quantity issued. Now there's only one autograph, which is pretty cool, and that's card 2 of Mark Martin. So you have the regular Mark Martin, which is 3,403. Logan is showing
Okay, so
one. Yep.
before you keep going, obviously they weren't a certain number because those are some funky numbers. The print run wasn't 1,500. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you make 3,194 of one and 3,403 of the other? That sounds like almost print to demand or sell to demand.
That's a good question. But I remember from what I remember, and again, I could be wrong, but I remember there being a certain amount of cards that you could buy. And again, who knows why they had these? But you look, some of them have even numbers. Like Jamie Murray is 3,000.
Right.
And
So
Gordon 6,000. Yeah,
I don't know why. Yeah,
that might be a tops Q&A question
Right.
at the National.
yeah.
Right.
I think we should ask them that when we go to the National.
Or we
All
need
right.
to talk to Kevin and ask him. Well, I don't know if
Keep going.
Kevin wasn't there at 2003. But anyway, Mark Martin, card number 2, 3,403. But they made a a version autographed to well, I don't think it's individually numbered, but the
They're not.
Beckett annual shows it as a 100 of the autographed versions. That I think Logan is showing. Yeah.
Yep. I bought this one a long time ago. I've had it
Tho-
for years.
yeah, that's a really tough one to find. Jamie McMurray, 3,000 print run. Jeff Gordon, 6,000. Jimmy Johnson, which is interesting, 2,945. But again, that's early in his career, so his first cup I think was his rookie's 2,000, but I think he didn't run cup until what 2001, 2002. So this was early on. So low number Jimmy Johnson possible there. Ryan Newman 4,000. Rusty Wallace at 3,219. Elliott Sadler 2,648. There is card number 9, but then 10. Ricky Rudd 2,164. Matt Kenseth 5,000. Jeff Burton 1,682. Bill Elliott 2,392. That seems low for Bill Elliott since as
Yeah.
popular as he is. Casey Mears 2,389. That seems like really high. That seems like I don't know, 2,000 more than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Uh, Ricky Craven 1,709. Bobby Hamilton 2,249. Sterling Marlin 2,186. Greg Biffle 2,802. Robbie Gordon 1,937. Kevin Harvick 4,000. Kyle Petty 3,000. Jerry Nadeau 3,000. That's high. Seems high for him.
Yeah.
Terry Labonte 2,282. Richard Petty 3,065. That seems low considering Gordon's 6,000.
It's a beautiful card.
Yeah. Jeremy Mayfield 2,219. Johnny Benson 3,000. Joe Nemechek 1,910. And Kurt Busch 3,000. So there's no card 31 or 32 in there as well. So, but it was really a small set. Like I said, it's only tops kind of NASCAR cards, and again through this eTopps distribution chain. So, and again, you see them on eBay, and they range in prices, but I guess anything less than $6 is pretty good because if you can get it physically, it's somebody had to pay that to get it out of eTopps.
eTopps jail.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so that let me stop sharing so we can get a bigger size. See that, Logan?
Yeah, these are beautiful cards.
So they're thicker than a normal card.
They are thicker than a normal card. You can see this PSA holder is one of these like
Pack
almost
holders.
one of those pack holders. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see it's got how big it is, but I think now that PSA has a different holder that would probably fit these cards, but I'm not going to ever worry about trying to get these reholdered. It's just not worth doing. But
Do you have the whole set on the registry?
yes, I do. I have the whole set done in PSA. And they grade well because they're beautiful cards. They cut them just right. There's no chipping that you can really see on these cards. And the eTopps logo is kind of embossed.
Oh, okay.
So they're beautiful cards. I don't know if we call these like I don't know that they're like a prism or anything, but
They like a chrome
maybe like a chrome. Yeah.
with a like refractor because they look pretty. I need to probably get some of those. As I was telling you before, had a shot to get on eBay. There was a whole set. I don't know if it was $60, $70. I should have got it. But to me, I looked at it and I thought, well, if you take those and get those signed, like the Richard Petty and stuff like that with that refractor, and that would show the autograph really nice. Yeah, there's a Bill Elliott there.
That's a shorter print.
Mm-hmm.
and that's when he was with Everham's Dodge team. So, and that's a nice looking card. I mean, there's all these cards are beautiful cards. That was one of the reasons that I decided to go ahead and have them graded by PSA.
Just curious for your cards, Logan. Did they grade them all and place them in the slabs facing the same direction?
Yes, they did. Because I had them all done at the same time.
Yeah, I think if you do have them all at the same time, you're better shot of that. Is Bobby Labonte.
Bobby Labonte. And they, like I said, they grade very well. I mean, I think the majority of them that I got were 10s. But the problem I had with cards to get them graded was getting them out of the Topps holders, because I had to have 2 different screwdrivers, and I had to pry it and then back it off, and that little, I forget what it is, that little slot.
You sent them. So you didn't send them in the holders?
No, I've cracked every single one out of the eTopps holders and sent them in. I used Card Saver ones to send them, but since they were thicker, I'll tell you guys something I did that's, I don't know if it's a trick or not, but on the Card Saver ones, what I did is I cut little angles here. I cut them. I can actually do one right here. I cut the little angles off so it wouldn't put as much pressure on the cards like that.
Oh, okay.
So when I put them in the card saver, it wasn't putting as much pressure on the corners of the cards. So I did it that way it's the only way I knew to do it at the time. So that's what I did. And they graded well.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. See,
I've done that before with a lot of them.
That's great information. So I found a little blurb here. I guess it's from the wiki. So eTopps is a type of trading card originally launched by the Topps company in 2000. Each week, a limited number of sports cards called IPOs are offered for sale exclusively through eTopps.com. This method of distribution contrasts with the traditional sale of sports cards through packs at retail stores. Collectors are then allocated a number of cards based on the number of orders for each particular card. Card owners can then hold their cards in their online portfolio while Topps retains physical possession of the cards in a climate-controlled warehouse in Delaware. If collectors would rather take delivery of the cards, eTopps will ship them the cards for a fee. Card values are tracked from actual sales on the eBay trading floor, giving each collector up to the minute portfolio value. This facet of the program has attracted investors in addition to sports card collectors. On January 9th, 2012, Topps announced on the eTopps.com website it would no longer be selling new IPOs through that would continue trading, selling, and shipping existing eTopps cards. In total, 2,974 unique eTopps cards were issued, with a total print run of over basically 3.986 million cards. As of 2012, the eTopps website is barely maintained. However, the trading floor is still active.
Yep, you're right. They were ahead of their time, no doubt.
I can't believe they had that many cards, not produced like quantity, but as far as the checklist goes.
At 2,974 unique cards, yeah. Card values have rebounded somewhat, although shipping costs would make taking most cards in hand impractical. For many cards, the cost to have the card delivered would be several times higher than the value of the card itself.
Yeah, that was kind of sad, because I used to watch the prices and track some of the prices on the cards, and it seemed like every week they were going down in price. And again, the only reason I was doing it is because it was NASCAR and I was buying the NASCAR cards. I wasn't doing it for any kind of investment or anything like that. I just did it because I liked the cards and I thought they were really nice. But I never did really see the NASCAR cards shoot up in price. Just they always would seem to go down just a little bit every week.
Well, we know how NASCAR cards are typically.
Imagine if they had done Formula One,
Oh my goodness.
and,
Well,
and then
back then they
now,
would have probably not been very expensive either, because 2 years ago or whatever, F1 you could have got a lot of this stuff super cheap. But yeah, but if they did, yeah, everything would be like the '92 Schumachers and stuff like that would be probably through the roof, thousands of dollars now.
oh gosh, yeah,
But I think they were ahead of their time. It was a cool concept. I think if they would have been a little more practical with shipping, I think maybe that was the rub. I don't know. Like I said, that's one of the reasons I never really mess with them. I can just go to eBay and buy those cards that are already in holders and stuff. So
yeah, and that's the way to do it now is just to go on eBay because, like you said, let somebody else eat that shipping. Because if I sold any of them now, I couldn't sell them for what I have in them. I mean, I just couldn't do it.
right.
So I would have to take a loss. So I'm just not going to sell any because I have extras. And I still have a lot of them still in the eTopps holders. But I went through all the ones I had and cracked the nicest ones I could see, and those are the ones I submitted to PSA. I like
Okay.
those cards. I really like those cards. Like you said, they were just ahead of their time, man. I mean, if they had come out now, I think it'd been a lot more popular. I think it would have succeeded.
I think so. But I was thinking the Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson, Gordon be all good to get autographed if you can get them.
Mm-hmm. They'd be really nice. Now, I don't know how the Sharpies would look on those, and I would hate to have to do a test card. Maybe I'd get like Jerry Nadeau or somebody and
I was gonna say
do
that's what the
a
Johnny
test Sharpie
Bensons and
on it.
stuff are for. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know how good they would sign. But you got the Mark Martin, and I don't know if he used a fine point Sharpie or not. But I mean, you look at that signature. Mark Martin's signatures are usually kind of streaky, but that's a nice signature he did on that.
That is nice.
So maybe regular Sharpies do work. I don't know. It's kind of like Panini and their Prism cards. They send special markers with those people, with those cards of those people, to have them signed. They don't use Sharpies. They use, I think Jason might know what it is, but I don't remember what kind of Sharpie they use or marker.
Yeah, I know it's not Sharpie. It's if I saw it, I could tell you. But
Yeah, it's not a Sharpie. It's a different kind of marker.
yeah,
Stadler.
It may be
yeah,
a Stadler. Yep.
I think that's it. So, anything else you guys want to talk about with 2003 eTopps? Again, I just thought it'd be something to let, or for us to let the listeners, viewers see, if they didn't know about eTopps or that eTopps produced NASCAR.
I think I'll just make this comment. They're beautiful cards, and for the price, you can't beat the price. If you don't have any, I would say go out and find your favorite drivers from back then and buy them because they're just beautiful cards. I mean, the camera just doesn't do them justice. Yeah, they're beautiful cards.
Well, now that I saw that printer on those Jimmy Johnsons, I'm gonna have to try to pick some of those up. I think that's pretty good for the print run. Less than 3,000 on those, and Gordon 6. So
Yeah, I think it's worth it. I haven't looked at
So
prices on eBay. Have you looked?
Just give me a short answer.
hey, what?
Oh, I didn't.
Well, I was trying. There's lag, so I didn't realize that I was cutting you off. I was going to say, just give me a short answer. Were those the only NASCAR eTopps cards? And was that just the one season?
Yes.
I guess they didn't do very good. They didn't do another year of them.
Now, I wish they would have continued, but they didn't.
Because actually, 2004, you're talking Kyle Busch.
Yeah, can you imagine a 2000? Oh, that would have been awesome.
Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, 2005. You get Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano in AO8.
Yeah.
They kind of, they if it would have gone a little longer, I would have had, Clint Boyer, and it was 2004 as well. And then, yeah,
Oh well, could have, should have, could have, would have.
definitely so. All right, let's go on. We're coming up here on an hour here. So, anything else, or we go to King's Court?
I say it's time for King's Court.
Cue the music.
All right, this week's King's Court. We're going to start out with our Joker card, which is our different or odd card. I saw this and I thought about maybe making an offer on it, but what this is a Alan Kowicki big league card, and I'm trying to remember. I think it's 80. Yeah, it's 86. It's got the date.
1986. Yep, before Max, before the World of Outlaws.
Yep. So Alan had his own cards made up that he was. I think they may have given these away at Quincy's. I don't know. I don't really remember.
Yeah, I
But
think that's right.
there's not a whole lot of these cards at all. But this card, they were asking $450 or best offer, and they accepted a best offer of $400 for that card.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a cool card. You don't see those very often.
Yeah, I think that's on, that's folks that collect like the vintage stuff. That's on everybody's list. I think that's a pretty strong price for that.
Yeah,
I
I
was
do
thinking
too.
like 150 or something like that, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think I bought one years and years ago, and I don't think I paid more than $50 for it. But
So
it's a very tough card, but it's a cool card.
yeah, that's in a screw down and it's in a penny sleeve. So that's looks like it's in good shape. Not, going to be stuck to the holder, so which we've seen. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty nice there. Quincy
yeah,
Steakhouse
Quincy
Racing Team.
Steakhouse. Yeah,
Tom and Joan Roberts.
yeah. We ought to call that number. That's a Nashville number.
Is it a K615 three
Middle
six six
Tennessee.
seven
Yeah,
235? Yeah.
I ought to call that number and see what is this Joan? I'd like to sponsor a
Special.
great team.
Yeah, so rookie challenger Special K is using his racing skills to advance his career by campaigning his Quincy's Thunderbird for Champion Sparkplug Rookie of the Year honors on the NASCAR Winston Cup Tour.
Yeah.
Tom Carter and Associates out of Atlanta, Georgia. So in 1986, that's that. What's that? Big League, I think it was called.
Yeah. There's a Dale Earnhardt card like that they distributed. The one I have is from some car rental place in Vermont. It's like, but yeah. Okay. I guess we can move on.
Okay.
Our Jack of the Week, young driver. This was on the 23rd. Is a 2021 Topps Chrome Formula One Mick Schumacher rookie red wave refractor. It's number 1 of 5. And they were asking $2,499.99. They accepted the best offer of $1,950 for that card, ungraded.
It's almost 2,000.
Yeah, almost $2,000 for that card. So I don't know if Mick is going to work out or not. He may be greater than his dad, or he may flop. I mean, it's yet to be seen. But he's going to have to get with a really good team. I mean, I'm not saying that Haas is not a good team, but I think if he really wants to succeed, he's going to need to be with one of the big three like Ferrari, or Red Bull, or the Mercedes team.
Well, I'm noticing that authenticity is guaranteed and free shipping.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that that authenticity thing. I feel sorry for anybody that buys a card like that, and it's gonna take them a month to get it. And that's just regular post office. It'd be a couple months with sending it in there. Anyway, I digress. Moving on, our queen of the week. This was on the 22nd. Hailie Deegan, Optic Rated Rookie, Silver Prism Auto. This is from 2020 Donruss. It's out of 99. They were asking $499.95. They accepted their best offer of $385 for that card. So, and that's got her shortened signature on there too. But yeah, that's a nice card. I think somebody may have. I think that's a little pricey if you ask me. But hey, it is Hailie Deegan, so pretty nice card. I like that card.
It looks like it's in great shape.
Yeah, it does.
That refractor, you can see it doesn't look like there's any scratches on it.
No, I don't see any scratches on it. They did the lighting just right where you get all the rainbow effect on the card.
Yep.
So they did
I
a
think
good
that
job.
Definitely helps sell it. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Next up, King of the Week. This is usually our male driver, but this is like male drivers. This was on the 21st, 2020 National Treasures Chase and Bill Elliott dual autograph. They were asking $600 for it. A lot of these things are best offer if you've noticed. It's number 5 of 10. They accepted their best offer of $501 for that.
Still pretty strong.
Bill and Chase.
On card, National Treasures, free shipping.
Yep, they did free shipping. I'll give them that. Imagine if that was 9 of 10.
Yes. Yeah, 9 of 10 will be the one, right? For both of them.
It would be the one to have.
Yep.
That's still a phenomenal price for that card. I know my son bought me for my birthday years ago one of these, but it wasn't out of 10. And it stays downstairs where I can look at it all the time. But it's one of my favorite cards. I like that card. All right. So next, our ace, which is the 101 of the week. This was on the 24th. And look who it is. It's 2018 Panini Prime.
Always Prime.
Yeah, always the Prime. Kyle Larson. It's the NASCAR fire suit patch, 101. They were asking $1,750 for this card, and they ended up settling for $800 on the best offer accepted.
Wow.
$800 for that card.
That nice NASCAR logo screened on.
Yep, that's a pretty card. I like that card.
Yeah.
And it is Kyle Larson. And it is from Prime. That 2018 Prime is a great product. I've got some boxes I need to bust and see what's in them.
Yes, you do.
But I like that card. It's really nice. So I think whoever bought it, I think they probably paid maybe a little more than what it should go for, but I think they did all right.
He's a Cup champion. That's NASCAR. I mean, that's NASCAR patch, right? And it's
That's
Larson.
the thing, though. Well, plus it's a 101. It might never come up for sale again.
I think that's for Larson. I think that's okay. I think that's wasn't bad for the NASCAR patch of Larson, 101. So it's a pretty card. That red and that black. I mean, it's nice contrast and a little bit of the blue there in that logo.
Yeah, imagine what it would have been like if it had been embroidered. Boy, that would have really been something.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to our last one. This is our Royal Flush highest price card of the week. This is on the 19th of April, 2021. Topps Chrome F1. Red checker flag refractor of Lewis Hamilton. Graded a PSA 9. This is card number 4 of 5. Now, this card actually went into bidding. It went for $14,079 with 35 bids. Unbelievable.
Numbered 4 or 5, and it's a 9.
PSA 9. Gosh, I mean, I know we talk about the grades really don't matter on some of these low print run cards, but I still think if this was a 10, this probably would have, this thing would have been easily over $20,000 card or more. That's just, again, I know we keep saying this, but I'm just amazed at some of these prices. And of course, you see who it is. It's Probstein. So
Right.
yeah, his auctions always seem to go pretty high. But that's a heck of a card, man. I mean, you're zooming in on it. I mean, that red checker, that's a beauty. That is a nice card.
Yeah, that's a pretty card. I like that red and white, that checkerboard, and then the checkerboard inside behind his image, and the way it's diamond. That's a really pretty card.
Yep, it is.
And then to be numbered out of 5, and again of it's 2021 Chrome, not 2020.
Yeah, it's 2021 Topps Chrome.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. So that's it for this week for the King's Court. Some pretty cool cards.
Very nice.
Yep. They're pretty swell. They're pretty nifty, pretty groovy. Whatever
Pretty
you want to call
expensive.
them. I hate that we've lost Jason. Jason is calling in remotely.
Yeah, he sent me a message.
Wi-Fi is not,
his service is not that
not doing that well. So I really hate that he's having all these issues. So hopefully for next week it'll be better for him.
Definitely. Anything else tonight?
Yeah, and one more thing, you know what it is. # skid marks.
Definitely.
That's all I got, man. It's been a heck of a week.
Yes, it has. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Panini America. 2022 Donruss Racing is out now. If you haven't, we did a kind of recap, a preview review 2 episodes ago on show 92. If you want to check the archives for other subjects, like today we did the 2003 eTopps. We have the 1970 Fleer dress strips. That's episode number 7, or the 1972 STP show number 29. 1983 Uno, episode number 31. 88 Max, episode 38, 39. 89 Max, episode number 48. 82 Kidco, episode number 50. Thank our listeners, especially the folks out of Ohio and Maryland, as well as the other states, Texas, California. Thanks to all the listeners. Please like and share the podcast. If you're on YouTube, if you'll subscribe and ring the bell. If you subscribe to the channel, we'll give you a shout out on the show. Again, we appreciate it. If you have any questions or you want us to cover a set that we haven't covered yet, let us know. You can find us on Twitter at NasCardRadio, or at King NASCAR for Logan. At Jason Dean Martin on Twitter as well. YouTube at NasCardRadio, all one word. Anything else, Logan, I'm missing?
No, I will say this. We are talking amongst ourselves about doing an impromptu Donruss box break, each one of us breaking a box. So stay tuned for that. I don't know when we're going to get a chance to do that with Jason traveling, but hopefully it'll be soon.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. So, all right. Well, thanks again for listening, and we're out here. We will catch you next week. Have a great weekend.